Gavaz.
Always is the case, Hazy, if you have a player like Dale Steyn. Inclusion of such a player will lift up the spirits. The height. Kandy Tuskers certainly look void from the word go. Beautiful pictures, beautiful stadium.
Straight up, there should be outs. It is taken. Shoaib Malik has taken that catch. Now that's a wicket that they didn't need to lose. Again, it's Gavaz who has just hit one straight up in the air, really. He'll be disappointed with that. He played so well the first game, but we haven't seen the best of him since then.
He's a one-dimensional player. No game awareness. He should have realized that what opposition needs at this juncture of the game. They need wickets, and he has provided them with an opportunity. Not the right way to go about the situation. He's walking back after scoring 8. It's 19 for 1.
लो, सूख गए दाग, अब कोई नहीं निकाल सकता।
जो कोई नहीं कर सकता वही तो चैंपियन करता है। नया बेहतर सर्फ एक्सेल, इसकी स्टेन लिफ्टर टेक्नोलॉजी कपड़ों की तह में जाके सख्त सूखे दाग भी खींच निकाले। नया सर्फ एक्सेल, दागों का चैंपियन।
सर्फ का 10 अब दे 10% ज्यादा पाउडर।
आज हम जानेंगे कि यूथ को एक बैंक अकाउंट से क्या चाहिए।
मुझे चाहिए फ्री इंटरनेट बैंकिंग,
किसी को भी पे करना आसान हो।
एक्सीडेंटल इंश्योरेंस होनी चाहिए।
Allied बैंक लाया Allied यूथ अकाउंट, जिससे मिले फ्री IABL डिजिटल बैंकिंग, ANE1 फंड्स ट्रांसफर फैसिलिटी, फ्री एक्सीडेंटल इंश्योरेंस और भी बहुत कुछ।
Allied यूथ अकाउंट, यूथ के दिल की आवाज।
स्टार 614 हैश मिलाओ और 67 रुपए में जैज महाना बचत ऑफर लगाओ।
जैज, दुनिया को बता दो।
डैंड्रफ वापस आ गया तो शैम्पू बदलो। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स करे डैंड्रफ के जर्म्स पे असर, 100% तक डैंड्रफ मिटाए और लौटने से रोके, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स।
हर मील पे सिंगल डील, ये तो ट्रबल है। अब क्या ट्रबल है? फूड पैटा पे सब डबल है।
That's going to be bowled again. That's another wide. So those wides for the tournament are racking up for the Jafna Stallions.
A lot of movement for Suranga Lakmal. That's another look. Gurbaz. Shoaib Malik at mid-on. But this is an opportunity for the Jafna Stallion. In fact, it hits the toe of the bat. Ball didn't arrive. So huge opportunity for the Jafna Stallion bowlers. They got a decent bowling maker.
Nicely fielded. So they picked up a wicket, but also 11 runs off the over. 20 for 1.
स्टार 614 हैश मिलाओ और 67 रुपए में जैज महाना बचत ऑफर लगाओ।
जैज, दुनिया को बता दो।
Do the do.
टाइगर एनर्जी बिस्किट्स जो दे 20% आयरन और जिंक की ग़िज़ाइयत।
नया 10 वाला टाइगर
जो दे एनर्जी का डबल डोज।
टाइगर एनर्जी बिस्किट्स, एनर्जी भरा डोज हर रोज।
बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोठ में है मिर्ची, लीमू, चटखारी दाल मोठ और गरारी से बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोठ।
बल्ले बल्ले।
Just for men, for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में।
iBase International.
Their net run rate will be better than the Gaul Gladiators. So they'll pick up the points, 2 points, and also their net rate run will be better, and they'll improve that, which will be of considerable benefit. Shinwari again. Now that's another wide. These wides, there's just too many wides, simple as that. Got to work on this.
They've been very generous with the extras. The Jafna Stallions certainly have a few things to work on besides their batting. Great take by Johnson Charles standing back. Looking at that Kandy Tuskers batting lineup, you could see why their batting is their strong point. They got good all-rounders. Going down to number 8 with Irfan Pathan, Dilwan Pereira, Siku De Prasanna. So that adds a lot of depth in their batting order.
And already 3 of their batsmen have scored more than 150 runs in this competition. So they should back themselves to get to 150.
So they got 5 specialist batsmen, then the all-rounders, 3 very good bowlers, quality bowlers. And 3 quicks with Dale Steyn coming in. Just given that little cutting edge they were looking for. And now, with this kind of makeup, they're going to be a real force. If they get their bowling act together, the batting will be difficult to contain.
Two men outside the circle are both on the leg side. So no one deep at all on the offside. There's a ring of fielders on the offside. Oh, it's going to be another wide. That's maybe a little bit of a tight call. There is a line there which is just an indicator for the umpire. That's all it is. It's not a playing condition line.
Well, my first impression looked a bit harsh. And I think so. I think it was inside that line. Close to that, but inside. So that was a tough one. Shinwari didn't like it. I can understand that.
But he respected the umpire's decision.
Oh, he's going for some of the Incense Fair Play Award points, by the sounds of things. Respect towards the umpires is one of the things that get marked on, the players. Respect to the game, respect towards the opposition as well. Oh, he's crunched that. One bounce.
Almost a perfect stroke. Got into a good position, good stride in, managed to hit the ball from the middle of the bat. The only thing lacking was the placement, and that's very important. Got to hit the ball into the gaps.
Drone's been busy today. He's getting a few wide shots as well. I wonder if he's trying to escape at times. We've got our operator down there, making sure it doesn't get too far away. If you're not careful, they do disappear, you know.
They might fly off.
They do. You've got to control them.
I know not situations where a few drones once got lost.
Yeah, they disappear by themselves. There's a drone minefield somewhere. Quick single, good running. Pereira is the man that fielded that. Now Pereira missed out with the bat. He has done some jobs with the ball. Has correction has Tassara Pereira.
Kusal Janit Pereira hasn't really been at his best in this tournament as yet. Now what the Kandy Tuskers will be hoping for as the tournament gets into the business end, that their captain will start to fire. Even here, I'm afraid he hasn't looked as fluent as we know him to be. Such a destructive player.
You're a hard man to please, Roshan. He has scored 193 runs.
Yeah,
scored a 50. He's averaging more than 38 runs
but have you been
per
happy
innings.
Have you been happy
Come
with
on,
it?
man.
His strike rate's 139. Come on, Roshan.
Come on, Roshan.
What do you want from the bloke?
I'm looking at a man who's fluent, aggressive, takes on.
He's averaging 38 as well.
All right, I take it back. If you both say that, I'll take it back. But by memory, I've seen Kusal Pereira bat more fluently. So I like to see him bat better. Take nothing away from this. He is someone who dominates bowling. He just takes on and he dominates. His average is 29, though he said 30 odd, but that doesn't matter in T20 cricket. But I like him to fire because he's such a treat to watch.
You're trying to say he has to win more games for his side.
He is a match winner. He's won games for Sri Lanka, I'll tell you.
Okay, you're forgiven.
I can't remember one. I can. It's etched in my brain, that's for sure. 153, it's on the back of his shirt.
I was surprised when you said that.
I was joking.
You were there.
I was joking. One of the finest knocks you will ever see. Ever, ever, ever.
And I just didn't mean any disrespect to him. It's just that the expectation is so high from a player like that.
What do you think about him then?
Well, this is the man Amir was talking about. He's got 190 runs at an average of 39. Well, don't ask me what I think about him.
He scored 167.
The coach thinks very highly of him. That's good enough.
The last bit's interesting though. Best of 55. 55 doesn't win too many games. Missed opportunity here, I think. He could have actually tied the shoelaces together. Brendan Taylor in next. Just 3 off the over so far. A couple of wides too. Did it pitch outside the line? It probably did. He doesn't deliver from particularly close to the umpire. Umpire says not out. 140.5 k's per hour. That ball quick enough. It's a really good over though, except for those 2 wides. However, just 1 run from the bat. 23 for 1.
फास्ट केबल से जगमगाए हर खेल का मैदान, परफॉर्मेंस शानदार, रियल क्वालिटी की पहचान, तारों से सितारों तक, फास्ट केबल्स।
बातें बातें अब जल्दी कर ले, रेड होना चाहिए। लंबी बैटरी से सब खुश। रेडमी होता तो ये ना होता। रेडमी 9C। Xiaomi।
डैंड्रफ वापस आ गया तो शैम्पू बदलो। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स करे डैंड्रफ के जर्म्स पे असर। 100% तक डैंड्रफ मिटाए और लौटने से रोके। कंधे से बोझ हटा दे। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स।
Hila Fresher, now new and fresher.
For Asia, also in Pakistan, PTV Sports and Geo Super, Willow TV in the USA, Sky Sports UK and Ireland, and also our digital partners also jump online and check out the Lankan Premier League online as well. Pick that up beautifully. There is protection out there though. It's just going to be the one. Hasaranga tidies up.
So the protection he has on the leg side is because Kusal Pereira is very good. Picking the balls off his pads, he generally goes off a square leg. He's not been given any width outside the off stump. Let's not forget he's very good square of the wicket. Seen him drive through extra cover.
Kusal is short in height. And one thing you associate with batsmen who are short in height, very strong, square of the wicket on either side.
Oh, leg side. Again, protection, just the single. Just having a few problems with his radar at the moment. He's the man that is out at the moment. He was the one drinking the red ball. There it is. He's not involved in the game anymore. It was the deliveries that he was pulling. And the blue ball a little bit fuller, looking for the same shot, and in the end just allowing Shoaib Malik to camp underneath that and taking the catch easily. They're playing some nice strokes, but straight to the fielders at the moment. Now that's the sort of thing that can frustrate some batsmen.
And that's what happened to you as a batsman when you are early into the stroke. To get the placement right, you have to delay. Just involve your wrist in order to get the ball into the gap. At the moment, he's trying to hit the ball with the arms. That's why it's going straight to the fielder.
Time to lock in here. 3 runs off the previous over, which 1 was off the bat. Now 3 runs off this over so far, halfway through. Again, straight to the fielder. Looking for 1, not there. Shot at the stumps, no damage done. So a string of a couple of overs on the trot suddenly changes the perspective of the game as far as naturally aggressive batsmen are concerned.
It's about the 2 strong points of the 2 teams clashing. Well, if you look at the Jafna Stallions, not that their batting is weak, but the bowling is very good. They've got a good bowling attack with experience. And the strength we spoke about of the Kandy Tuskers is their batting.
Another tight delivery. Oh, it's a top edge. It's going to be safe. Doesn't concede too many though, just the 1. That's okay.
Pace off the ball. And very, very lucky indeed. The top edge just flying over the keeper. The Stallions will be hoping that such will go to hand. Could see that he was looking to roll his fingers on top of it. And Kusal Mendes didn't have enough pace on it to play that shot.
A bit of a top edge there. I think it might have ricocheted into him. Let's have a look and see where it hit. Under the helmet, just glancing blow on the helmet, so just a little bit of an opportunity for staff to come out and just do a double check and make sure he's okay. Just a reminder also to make sure you download that My 11 Circle app where you can play with the champions, have some fun, select your team. For those of you who have downloaded it so far in this Lankan Premier League, I bet you've had a lot of fun with the players that have been involved. As I said earlier, just 7 players per team allowed. That's the maximum. That's confirmation of what I was talking about. 1 ball left in this over and 4 runs from it at the moment. Oh, it's the wide, those wides again. Goodness me.
Lakmal from round the wicket. Was wide of the crease. And that ball just sliding down the leg side. He's got a square leg and a mid wicket on the leg side boundary for protection. Short fine leg, mid on. The offside ring is pretty strong. Well, don't forget they're still in the power plays. Just 2 allowed outside. They're asking for a catch. I didn't see it anywhere close to the bat. It's a wide.
Yeah, it's the good old trick they use from time to time. Just a little bit of a noise maybe as the bat hit the pitch, but seeing it was sliding in the leg side, you might as well try and distract the umpire.
Johnson Charles didn't look confident, but he was possibly trying to hide his disappointment, possibly trying to make a point after bowling 2 consecutive deliveries down the leg side. And look how far it is passing the bat. No chance.
Call is 2. Scooting back for the second. That's good running. So in the end, that's an over that they've got away with quite nicely. Not the greatest bit of bowling from Suranga Lakmal. It's better than that. 8 from it, 31 for 1.
आज हम जानेंगे कि यूथ को एक बैंक अकाउंट से क्या चाहिए।
बस कैश ना कैरी करना पड़े।
फिलहाल तो इंटर्नशिप चाहिए।
Allied Bank लाया Allied Youth Account, जिससे मिले वीजा डेबिट कार्ड, कॉर्पोरेट इंटर्नशिप अपॉर्चुनिटी और भी बहुत कुछ।
Allied Youth Account, यूथ के दिल की आवाज।
हम लड़कियों का फेस फेस फ्रेश होना चाहिए।
फेस फ्रेश ब्यूटी क्रीम,
जो फेस फ्रेश वही ब्यूटीफुल।
फेस फ्रेश
तवानाई से भरपूर मजेदार दूध रूह अफ़ज़ा 225 मिलीलीटर टेट्रा पैक में दस्तयाब है।
अली
जी पापा,
बहन को इवनिंग क्लास के लिए छोड़ो और सुनो अमार के अब्बू को सलाम देना।
शुभ नूडल्स का छोटू पैक सिर्फ 20 रुपए में।
बल्ले बल्ले दाल बोट में है मिर्ची लीमू।
Straight to the man. Hasaranga takes that catch. That's a bit of a warm-up delivery from Duan Olivier, and he's picked up a big wicket.
Man just couldn't believe that hit the ball straight to the fielder. It was ill-directed delivery. He could have hit it anywhere. Opted to go towards square leg. He found the fielder. He's been hauled out. Smile on the bowler's face. His stay was short. Only managed 2 runs, 31 for 2.
लो सूख गए दाग, अब कोई नहीं निकाल सकता।
जो कोई नहीं कर सकता वही तो चैंपियन करता है। नया बेहतर सर्फ एक्सेल, इसकी स्टेन लिफ्टर टेक्नोलॉजी कपड़ों की तह में जाके सख्त सूखे दाग भी खींच निकाले। नया सर्फ एक्सेल, दागों का चैंपियन।
सर्फ का 10 अब दे 10% ज्यादा पाउडर।
इसीलिए तो बचाए थे पैसे।
इसीलिए तो हम कहते हैं मोल सुप्रीम अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टेंट स्टील बार। घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
अली
जी पापा,
बहन को इवनिंग क्लास के लिए छोड़ो और सुनो अमार के अब्बू को सलाम देना।
शुभ नूडल्स का छोटू पैक सिर्फ 20 रुपए में।
तवानाई से भरपूर मजेदार दूध रूह अफ़ज़ा 225 मिलीलीटर टेट्रा पैक में दस्तयाब है।
Off the mark.
Wickets are crucial as far as the Jafna Stallions are concerned. Kusal Mendes picking the best fielder, best outfielder in the side in Vanidu Hasaranga de Silva on the backward square leg boundary. And as long as the Jafna Stallions keep picking up wickets, they will be in the game.
You know, one thing you get from Jafna Stallion's bowler, it's not going to be a sprint for Kandy Tusker. It will be a marathon. They need to play well to get those 150 runs. They need to gather 2 more points. Now, once as a batsman you try to hit the ball very hard, you're not in control of the stroke. You don't know where it's going, and that's what happened. Only managing to hit the ball into the hands of the fielder placed at backward square leg on the boundary line.
Well, they've got to consolidate a bit here. Of course, Mendes is a very good player. He's someone that they rely on very heavily in that middle order. And he has done the job so far in this event. So I mentioned the 50 he got the first game he played. 46 the last time these two teams played is what Taylor got. He's got that away. That's just beautiful timing, it really is.
And great placement too. Just delayed the stroke in order to place it in the gap, and he was rewarded.
I think he's a Tuskers fan, the My 11 Circle champion fan. He liked that boundary. He wants more of those. It wasn't with some time between boundaries. That's I think why he was so excited, because things were drying up in the middle. But eventually he got an opportunity to celebrate. 5 overs gone, 37 for 2.
इसीलिए तो बचाए थे पैसे।
इसीलिए तो हम कहते हैं मोल सुप्रीम अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टेंट स्टील बार। घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
डैंड्रफ वापस आ गया तो शैम्पू बदलो। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स करे डैंड्रफ के जर्म्स पे असर। 100% तक डैंड्रफ मिटाए और लौटने से रोके। कंधे से बोझ हटा दे। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स।
बातें बातें अब जल्दी कर ले, रेड होना चाहिए।
लंबी बैटरी से सब खुश। रेडमी होता तो ये ना होता। रेडमी 9C।
Xiaomi। बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोड में है। मिर्ची, लीमू, चटखारी दाल मोड और गरारी से बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोड।
बल्ले बल्ले।
Hila Fresher. Now new and fresher.
बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोड में है। मिर्ची, लीमू, चटखारी दाल मोड और गरारी से बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोड।
बल्ले बल्ले।
They also have the spin of Vijaykanth Vyaskanth. Stallions will go to spin now that the power play overs are over. That's after this over.
Couple points to note. Kandy Tuskers, they score at just over 10 runs per over on average in the power play overs, and then that scoring rate dips beyond the 6th over, and in terms of the death overs, they're the weakest in terms of runs scored in that phase of the innings, so that will be a worry. Also, Jafna Stallions will be mindful of it. So as you said, Russell, a couple more wickets will put pressure on this Kandy Tuskers team.
Asela Gunaratne is next. Then you got Irfan Pathan, Siku Prasanna and Dilruan Pereira. But yes, these two are the keys to the Kandy Tuskers effort. They need to get them closer, and one of them needs to anchor the innings and control it.
The one thing that's bothering me just a little bit about this Kandy Tuskers innings so far has been the tempo at which they've batted. We need to see some intensity between the wickets, and as you rightly say, guys, this is the partnership to do it.
They're clearly below what they've averaged so far, Kandy Tuskers, in terms of their scoring rate, but this will help. That's a fine shot from Brendan Taylor. How often have we seen him play the sweep shot to good effect?
Very predictable. He plays it well because there's a mid-wicket. Just scoops it over short square leg and it goes all the way. So that's just spoiled Hasaranga and his effort right now. The field changes, deep square leg and deep mid-wicket now. But he loves that shot, the paddle, the reverse. Plays with it so much control. That's his go-to shot really.
Pereira and Taylor will also know that they wouldn't want to leave too many for too late. They scored less than 10 runs per over in the last 5 overs, the lowest amongst all the teams.
A couple of balls ago, second ball of this over to Sal Pereira. Now if they had taken the review, got him, he's bowled him. That's what Johnson Charles, well, he thinks he's taken the bails off. Well, it's a stumping chance. I thought it had nicked the stumps on its way through.
He did not read the googly. He certainly did not read the googly, Brendan Taylor. That's a ball, no problem there. Oh, he's dragged his foot. Ooh, that looks like it's in the air. I reckon that's out, boys.
Johnson Charles has done a wonderful piece of stumping there. That's a big one. Yes, the foot is in the air. That's what it seems from here. It's not dragged down. That was good work from Johnson Charles.
I want to see this from a different angle. The big question, whether that back leg was grounded at the point of the lights coming on.
That's out because when the foot looks like it's over, it's not grounded. If at all it had his foot outside the crease. If you go forward
just there. There's nothing behind the line as yet, and it goes into the air. It's going up. So it's not being dragged down.
That's out for me, guys. And the clear thing that I enjoyed was the fact that he set him up for that googly, and he certainly didn't read it. Slips it back, but it's in the air. It's in the air for me.
Great work from Johnson Charles to take the bails off, and I thought it nicked the stumps because it happened so quickly. Massive blow because he plays spin so well, and it's that same time in the game that the spinner.
लो सूख गए दाग, अब कोई नहीं निकाल सकता।
जो कोई नहीं कर सकता वही तो चैंपियन करता है। नया बेहतर सर्फ एक्सेल, इसकी स्टेन लिफ्टर टेक्नोलॉजी कपड़ों की तह में जाके सख्त सूखे दाग भी खींच निकाले। नया सर्फ एक्सेल, दागों का चैंपियन।
सर्फ का 10 अब दे 10% ज्यादा पाउडर।
Do the deal.
बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोठ में है मिर्ची, लीमू, चटखारी दाल मोठ और गरारी से बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोठ।
बल्ले बल्ले
हर मील पे सिंगल डील, ये तो ट्रबल है।
अब क्या ट्रबल है? फूड पैंडा पे सब डबल है।
फूड पैंडा डबल डील, घर का खाना मंगवाओ या रेस्टोरेंट से खाओ। अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो और डबल डील पाओ।
Just for men for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में।
iBase International.
Do the deal.
20% off on Jazz Weekly Super Plus. अब सिर्फ 240 रुपए में। मिलाओ *505#। दुनिया को बता दो।
हायर वॉशिंग मशीन जो सिर्फ एक टच से करे अपना स्ट्रॉन्ग वॉश सिस्टम ऑन, जो दे आपको ज्यादा बेहतर धुलाई के साथ 30% तक बिजली और पानी की बचत। इसका पिलो ड्रम रखे आपके कपड़ों को हर किस्म के नुकसान से महफूज। हायर वॉशिंग मशीन 10 साल की वारंटी के साथ। हायर इंस्पायर्ड लिविंग।
Sweet timing. A little bit of a hand on that one, but it can't prevent the ball from going into the boundary line. My 11 circle champion shot from the captain.
Well, it was the captain who let that through. That was Tisara Pereira. And extra cover in the slot. Olafia. First over was very good. Now he's got more protection in the deep. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket. And a long on. That's the point and the third man.
They will have to recall what we've seen from Kusal Pereira in the tournament. He likes width on deliveries, especially if it's full. That's a better line. Wicket to wicket is the way to go against Kusal Pereira.
And I got my Kusals mixed up. Kusal Mendes is out. This is KJP batting. Look at that. Very good work behind the stumps. But the key for me was he didn't pick that googly as well. Very smart stumping, Johnson Charles.
Ratna got a role to play. He's got to make sure he builds a partnership with Kusal.
अली
जी पापा।
बहन को इवनिंग क्लास के लिए छोड़ो। और सुनो, अमार के अब्बू को सलाम देना।
शुभ नूडल्स का छोटू पैक सिर्फ 20 रुपए में।
Good work in the outfield as well, saving a couple runs. You can see the energy, you can see that this intensity is building.
50 on the board. Shinwari in the deep there, but that was the first ball Gunaratne played, and to get such a deft touch, it's amazing. just want to be getting used to the pace of the wicket. Sometimes it's hard hands when batsmen come out there. Bowled really well today, Asila Gunaratne. That would add to his confidence, of course. Couple of balls ago, that was Shinbari in the deep. That would add to his confidence.
When you look at the first innings, 7 wickets going to seamers. Confidence, of course, 2 of the 10 to the spinner. Gunaratne. Obviously, again an indication that the ball is probably not coming on as we've seen in previous matches, so an adjustment has to be made by the batsman. Just reaching for it. It was on the up as well.
Olivier a little fuller than he usually is, isn't he, Mickey? He likes it up probably a foot shorter, but he's making that extra effort to get it slightly fuller, which works on these slower Sri Lankan pitches, and then he can vary it by going to his strong length. Good finish to the over from Olivier. 7 gone, 51 for 3.
छोटे कैमरे के बड़े मसले रेडमी होता तो ये ना होता रेडमी 9C
Xiaomi
हायर वॉशिंग मशीन जो सिर्फ एक टच से करे अपना स्ट्रॉन्ग वॉश सिस्टम ऑन, जो दे आपको ज्यादा बेहतर धुलाई के साथ 30% तक बिजली और पानी की बचत। इसका पिलो ड्रम रखे आपके कपड़ों को हर किस्म के नुकसान से महफूज। हायर वॉशिंग मशीन 10 साल की वारंटी के साथ। हायर इंस्पायर्ड लिविंग।
Do the deal.
बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोड में है मिर्ची, लीमू, चटखारी दाल मोड और गरारी से बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोड।
बल्ले बल्ले।
Hasaranga in a previous game, that was the leg break. And that was the wrong end. Batsman Samit Patel, how good was that? That's why he's so good. Variations from exactly the same spot, giving nothing away. Well, Hazy said these need to be charged for 3 hours. It looks like that battery's died. 3 wickets have fallen.
First wicket to go. Gurbaz hit that straight up in the air. There was disappointing dismissal. That caught by Shahid Malik, went across the line of the ball. Next one, Kusal Mendes out, caught by Hasaranga, out at deep square leg, and then the beautiful googly and the great stumping there from Johnson Charles. Jafna Stallions have come out tonight. They've come out. They know they posted a below par score, and they've come back well in the field.
Back live. Good work in the outfield, preventing short runs. Just want to go back to Gurbaz and how he got out. Just feel he can offer more to this Kandy Tuskers team with the bat. And he's a talented player, usually gives his wicket away all the time. Hasn't really batted long in this tournament. That should be his primary purpose. Just swinging with more control. I think he could achieve more as a batsman in T20 cricket.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Darren. With more control at the moment, he's dangerous, but that's all. He needs to get more consistencies to his game to be able to perform at the international level.
They've had their problems with their batting, Kandy Tuskers. Swept away. A lot will depend on their captain, Kusal Pereira. If they are to go on to win this game, he's well set on 20 of 17.
Premeditated from Asila Gunaratne. Down on 1 even before Hasaranga bowled. Full toss. Good from Hasaranga, trying to force Kusal Pereira to do something different. Adds to the pressure. That's where Gunratna, you mentioned, this partnership so crucial. Got to keep ticking it away.
Just low bounce. Hasaranga is not a tall man, and we mentioned the trajectory from which he delivers the ball, quite low as compared to a guy like Vyaskant, who delivers at optimal height.
Good over so far. Last ball of the 8th. Crucial. 3 singles only so far. That's great. Asks for it. Not given. Could be just slightly outside the line of off stump. Hasaranga wants it. Johnson says, let it go. So good over. 8 gone, 54 for 3.
Do the do.
इसीलिए तो बचाए थे पैसे।
इसीलिए तो हम कहते हैं मोल सुप्रीम अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टेंट स्टील बार। घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है।
स्टार 614 हैश मिलाओ और 67 रुपए में जैज महाना बचत ऑफर लगाओ।
जैज दुनिया को बता दो।
तवानाई से भरपूर मजेदार दूध रूह अफ़ज़ा 225 मिलीलीटर टेट्रा पैक में दस्तयाब है।
काला कोला हेयर टॉनिक अब पहले से ज्यादा मौसर LA1 मॉइस्चराइजर के साथ, जो बालों में जरूरी नमी फराहम करता है, जिससे खुश्की कभी नहीं होती। ठंडक और दिमागी सुकून। काला कोला हेयर टॉनिक, बालों की कुदरती जिंदगी के लिए।
Both players will know each other quite well, having played for Sri Lanka in the same team. This was the appeal in the last over. Would have been umpire's call. What we've seen from Tisara Pereira in terms of his lengths, he's usually very consistent with his stock delivery. That is in that good length area. Wouldn't try to pitch the ball up or get it full. What he does is creates pressure from one end that can produce a wicket, and he will try to slow things down, slow the run rate down, send that required rate high, and maybe if he can pick up a wicket, break this partnership, will allow Hasaranga to then run through this batting order.
He underbowls himself, coach, doesn't he? Shouldn't he be giving a lot more? He can as a bowler.
Yeah, he can, and that's one of the things in terms of him with Sri Lanka. It's so important for us in white ball cricket that he does bowl for us.
Irfan Pathan, Dilruwan Pereira, Sikuge Prasanna, and then the seamers. So there is batting, that's power batting. They need to get closer with these two to make them really come into their own, those power hitters.
Worked away through the onside. Tisara Pereira, he's picked up 5 wickets so far in the tournament, so not a bad wicket-taking option. He will have his chance, hopefully. Irfan Pathan.
Yeah, just to go back on that point, he gives so much balance if he's bowling well to Tisara Pereira. He's got a good bouncer, we know that. He's got a good slow ball, and if he can hit a hard length, all good.
This goes a little wide on that last delivery.
Not a good over. 4 singles off the 5 balls. Let's make this last delivery from Tisara Pereira ever so important. Was the same in the previous over. Hasaranga, along with Tisara Pereira and Guan Olivia in the last 4 overs, have put the squeeze on. Just 14 runs conceded. That included a 6 of Brendan Taylor. Just the single. Kusal Pereira wants to. Won't get it. That's 9 overs bowled. Kandy Tuskers are 59 for 3. And I guess it's a great time for that call, the strategic timeout.
Hair and beard पाए अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
Do the deal. Just for men for hair and beard. पाए अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोठ में है मिर्ची, लीमू, चटखारी दाल मोठ और गरारी से बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोठ.
बल्ले बल्ले.
अरे फिर से सिंगल डबल है
भाईजान बबल है
डबल है. फूड पैंडा डबल डील घर का खाना मंगवाओ या रेस्टोरेंट से खाओ. अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो और डबल डील पाओ.
आज हम जानेंगे कि यूथ को एक बैंक अकाउंट से क्या चाहिए.
मुझे चाहिए फ्री इंटरनेट बैंकिंग.
किसी को भी पे करना आसान हो.
एक्सीडेंटल इंश्योरेंस होनी चाहिए.
Allied बैंक लाया Allied यूथ अकाउंट जिससे मिले फ्री ABL डिजिटल बैंकिंग, Pay anyone funds transfer facility, फ्री एक्सीडेंटल इंश्योरेंस और भी बहुत कुछ.
Allied यूथ अकाउंट, यूथ के दिल की आवाज.
Just for men for hair and beard. पाए अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
इसीलिए तो बचाए थे पैसे.
इसीलिए तो हम कहते हैं मोल सुप्रीम अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टेंट स्टील बार. घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है.
स्टार 614 हैश मिलाओ और 67 रुपए में जैज महाना बचत ऑफर लगाओ.
जैज दुनिया को बता दो.
Do the deal. Just for men for hair and beard. पाए अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
स्टार 614 हैश मिलाओ और 67 रुपए में जैज महाना बचत ऑफर लगाओ.
जैज दुनिया को बता दो.
तवानाई से भरपूर मजेदार दूध रूह अफ़ज़ा 225 मिलीलीटर टेट्रा पैक में दस्तयाब है.
Hila Fresher, now new and fresher. इसीलिए तो बचाए थे पैसे.
इसीलिए तो हम कहते हैं
Strategic timeout would ideally have come at the right time for the Kandy Tuskers just to regroup and see if they want to do something different. But a bit of work, probably a stiff back for Hasaranga. That's the last thing you want to do. Have him struggle with his fitness.
I'd like to see a slip in place, a little more pressure on Gunaratne. And I say that because there's a little bit of turn on the surface and Hasaranga is into his third over, so after this just one over remaining, and you think that this is the guy that might be able to break this partnership. So for Tessara Pereira, it's a good option to apply more pressure when Hasaranga is bowling. Hasn't done that yet.
He wants it, he'll get it. Oh, direct hit, but it's gone, it's hurting them. Charita Salanka giving the throw in. Tessara Pereira got up to the stumps. No one in the deep, so the breathing space the Kandy Tuskers needed has come their ways because that will be 6 runs.
Yeah, and that's come because they've hustled between wickets there. Oh, I think if that was the direct hit, he would have battled. But they hustled. They put some pressure on, caused an error in the field. Suranga Lakmal couldn't get round in time, and that went for 6. That's a massive pressure release.
So again, you're seeing intensity from one team trying to take control. This batting pair has shown that with their running between the wickets. And the more they can do this, is the more they will get the upper hand in this contest.
You can't fault the fielder for having a go, because he needed to, and if it was a direct hit, you've got your man. And when you're practicing those throws at the stumps, you are aiming at the base of the stumps, aren't you? It's just unfortunate it was on the volley to Thisara Pereira. Maybe he should have just stayed back. In such a situation, getting to the stumps is not the best option.
Mid-wicket open. Just tuning away. Fairly expensive over. 9 runs from it. At the halfway stage, 68 for 3.
20% off on Jazz Weekly Super Plus. अब सिर्फ 240 रुपए में मिलाओ *505#. दुनिया को बता दो.
Do the Dew. Just for men for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International.
टाइगर एनर्जी बिस्किट्स जो दे 20% आयरन और जिंक की ग़िज़ाइयत.
नया 10 वाला टाइगर
जो दे एनर्जी का डबल डोज.
टाइगर एनर्जी बिस्किट्स, एनर्जी भरा डोज हर रोज.
Yeah, for a bowler, it's all about creating that fear. Once you're able to do that, then you excel. Halfway through, Kandy Tuskers chasing 150. Still cannot pick a winner here. You still cannot. It's intense. Lots of work to be done.
We thought that the partnership between Brendan Taylor and Kusal Pereira was going to be critical. Because Brendan Taylor would be a very good player against spin, and now he's got out. And this partnership, I think, to a very great extent will determine the outcome. Because the rest of the batsmen, if you look at the batting to follow, the style is very different. Siku Gebrasani is a striker of the ball. So is Dilwan Pereira. Gunaratne is far more solid and stable, and he'll be the partner where the Kandy Tuskers will be hoping would stick with Kusal.
Yeah, Kusal has to take things in his hand. You know, he's been ultra cautious against Hasaranga. And the time has come where they have to pick out a bowler to go after. Asking rate is jumping up. At the start of the innings, it was 7.55. It's now 8.57. And considering the options Pereira has in bowling, so in my opinion, now is the time. They have to pick out a bowler to go after. Find few boundaries to ease the pressure.
Well, I hope you downloaded the My 11 Circle app. If you haven't, you should do that. You know that you could pick your fantasy team and win yourself, play with champions.
He's one of them. He's bowled well, he's captained well, he's batted well for his side, Jafna Stallions.
Good over for the Stallions, Jafna Stallions, that is just 5 runs off it. 73 for 3.
इसीलिए तो बचाए थे पैसे.
इसीलिए तो हम कहते हैं मोल सुप्रीम अर्थक्वेक रेजिस्टेंट स्टील बार. घर छोटा बड़ा नहीं, घर महफूज होता है.
Just for men for hair and beard. Buy अपना natural looking color सिर्फ 5 मिनट में.
iBase International. the dew.
Hila Fresher. Now new and fresher. Hila Fresher. Now new and fresher.
A long hop. Hit well. Much awaited boundary. This should ease the pressure.
As all of you will know that the longer you stay out in the middle, the easier it becomes. My 11 circle champion shot, the captain staying low, keeping his eyes on the ball and picking his spot. Wonderfully executed.
This could be the opportunity that the Kandy Tuskers have been waiting for. Vias Khan doesn't really carry too much of experience, so they'll try and pounce on him if it's possible. That's the effort. Charita Salanka on the boundary.
The other thing to take into account is tomorrow Kandy Tuskers will have the chance to play against Goal Gladiators. These two teams competing fiercely for that final spot in terms of qualification. A win today for Kandy Tuskers makes it easier tomorrow.
Vias Khan, we've spoken about him. We know what he's capable of. He's just 19 years. And his role will be to try and maintain the pressure. Now, he's gone for 6 of 3 balls. But he'll have to make sure that the pressure is not released.
Gunaratne is going to be livid with himself. Missed out on that full toss.
Already 7 of 4. They've got a boundary. They've got 3 singles. That's good going for the Kandy Tuskers. What they want is a stable base, which they don't have with wickets being lost.
I also think with one of the 2 changes today, Sekuge Prasanna, there's a little more depth in this batting lineup, so Captain Pereira will be quite comfortable with having wickets in hand in the last 5.
Nicely worked away on the offside. Got to the pitch of the ball, opened the face of the bat in order to place that ball away from the fielder, bisecting them, and hit. My 11 circle champion shot, 84 for 3.
हर मील पे सिंगल डील, ये तो ट्रबल है। अब क्या ट्रबल है? फूड पैंडा पे सब डबल है। फूड पैंडा डबल डील घर का खाना मंगवाओ या रेस्टोरेंट से खाओ। अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो और डबल डील पाओ।
स्टार 614 हैश मिलाओ और 67 रुपए में जैज महाना बचत ऑफर लगाओ।
जैज दुनिया को बता दो।
बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोठ में है मिर्ची, लीमू, चटखारी दाल मोठ और गरारी से बल्ले बल्ले दाल मोठ।
बल्ले बल्ले
Hila Fresher.
Another little nudge into the gap. Another single. Let's go across and join Russell Arnold and let's see whom he has.
Yeah, it's Dhananjay De Silva who's not playing today. Tight game, tight game. Can the Jafna Stallions do this?
Yes, definitely, because we have our own plans. So I think if we execute them well, I think we are on the right path.
What